Should be good to go. Sure, everything's good on Twitch's end. It's probably going to be a lot of work today, so I want to get started as quickly as possible. So I'm going to post updates real quick. Go. And then let us get this, let's just get this moving. Can't speak. Alright. Gimme. Oh, alright, well. That's nice that it actually shows you which one has Infernum enabled now. So, what were we doing last? I remember it was, Profane Guardians. I remember because this arena doesn't let you put anything down, so... even though I said I wanted to do some work, I actually forgot. I need to pull up the Calamity Wiki real quick, so... Gonna give people time to get in while I pull this up. Beat DOG the stream, and I sub right now. I don't even know if I can get past, Guardians, but hey, if I do, I will, like, we'll both be super impressed, trust me. But yeah, Yeet, how you going? How you doing? Oh, I did not want to close that, whoops. But yeah, we're currently on Profane Guardians, so if we get that far, like, I'm gonna be surprised, honestly. Let's see, what does it recommend for Ranger? It recommends... So, Astral Defeat, Clockwork Bow, Golden Eagle. Recommends the SDMG and then the Shredder as well. Okay. What does it actually take to make the Shredder? But who knows? I've had some runs where, like, it's just everything clicks and I get super far as well. So, maybe I will make it. I don't know. So, the Shredder is Frostbite Blaster and Bullet-Filled Shotgun. Oh, okay. That's not bad. Then it is iron, so I need 7 iron. Or lead. Just... So, okay, so it looks like I have lead. Hey! XX0X. Hey, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. It's always wonderful to meet new friends. How you doing? We're just getting set up here, so you're just in time. 7, and then we're gonna make the billet shotgun. And then I want to try this out, because I was using the SDMG earlier and it seemed good. It's just, if this is potentially better. Ooh, good reforge on it too. It does less damage. Ooh. Oh, nope. I want to actually have that in my hand. Hi. Welcome in. Thank you for the first time, chat. Oh, alright. So this fires a bunch of bouncing bolts. That might actually be good since I'm in an enclosed cavern for the Guardians. Let's see if there's actually any boss I can test this out on. Because I know there's, like, one I missed earlier. Right, Great Sand Shark I need to do. So I guess we'll do that in Empress of Light first to just power up my community I'm using. I think my thing is in front of my... No, okay, so you guys can actually see all my accessories because I moved myself a little bit to the left. Alright, cool. So if you guys are curious, Celestial... Everything's warding. Celestial Tracers, Community, Amalgamated Brain, Alchemical Flask, which is probably going to get replaced soon, Deadshot Brooch, Asgard's Valor, and Recon Scope is what I'm currently running. Alright, what I need now is to clean out my inventory, honestly. So, anything that's not necessary. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeet, are you still here? How do I use the Sandstorm Core in Infernum? Because I've been trying to use it, like, in both of my deserts, and I can't get it to actually work. Like, at this point, I'm just debating dropping the difficulty to get it to work properly, and then, yeah, no, I can't get this to work, and I still don't know what's causing it to break. I meant to look that up previous stream, but unfortunately I forgot. Find the Infernum portal in the underground desert. Okay. Thought I saw it previously, but Can't seem to find it again. So let's check our underground desert, see if we can find it. 1 second. I actually think about something that's actually going to help here. Because even if it doesn't reveal the portal itself, if I get an omnipotence potion, I should be able to see any, like, caverns or anything. So let's grab one of those real quick. But yeah, since I actually got a community first drop, like, I need to, actually make sure I get all the bosses I potentially can. I thought that was it, and I thought I also saw it earlier, but I, for whatever reason, when I went back to locate it, I couldn't find it. So, do I have just one underground desert? I think I do. Unless it's, in a corrupted biome, but I think there's only the one. Just exploded. I'm actually surprised that weapon doesn't lag the game at all. I guess I have enemy sense from something already, and I saved my omnipotence potion. Alright, sweet. So I'm just looking for... said underground. Okay, so that's... I'm gonna assume that means, like, cavern layer. I'm actually surprised this thing isn't full auto, it's burst fire. Since this is based off the Borderlands weapon of the same name, by the design. The Borderlands one, though, the gimmick was the fact that it, well, it was called the Shred of Fire, and it would, fire faster the longer you held down the trigger up to an insane cap. Meanwhile, this one's just burst fire, so it doesn't have that gimmick. I also never did get better vanity for my thing. I like the tail, but, like, I was planning on getting a better, top to go with it, but never did. So I guess we're just staying the, most dapper Lamia. You know, I'm not gonna spend the entire time. If I can't find it for whatever reason, I will, just accept that I can't. Why can't I fire? Am I cursed? No? I have rockets on me. Okay, my Celebration Mark II is just bugged now. Interesting, that's another boss you kind of have to fight those. So yeah, I know. I mean, like I said, I have a community on, so I need to fight it whether I want to or not. Like, I just don't want to fight it while it's, like, super overpowered. Let's see. But no, this portal has been evading me, like, the entire time, and I don't know where it is. And unfortunately, if I try... It's a modded block. I think you went too far. Should have seen it before. Okay. That gives me at least a rough idea of where it is. There we go. But what I was about to say is that, it's not like I can take this in the T-edit like trying to find the jungle temple. Probably not using T-edit to find it. Modded blocks don't work in T-edit. I actually did that in a previous playthrough where I was trying to find a specific item and, learned that does not play nice with T-edit, from what I understand. Unless there's just some kind of update or plugin I'm missing. It's surrounded by sandstone. Oh, okay. Might have to locate my save then so I can do that. Because of the fact that I don't want to skip out. Fortunately, I don't have T-edit downloaded. Mago could look. Ah, I see. Yeah. Whatever. I think I'm just gonna do Profane Empress of Light next, and then just worry about this later. Good to know though that it's surrounded by not modded locks. I'll have to download T-Edit later to actually get to actually find it. Alright. Hey, welcome in, lovely. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey. That away. I guess I just put this away until I can get T-Edit downloaded. Good. Hey, I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Yeah, I'll look that up, possibly, before body being mean. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Can't tell if that's from the game or that's from real life. There's this really annoying bird call that's in my area that has just been annoying me, so I couldn't tell if that was coming from the... No, I think that's from outside, alright. Hollow is right here, okay. Yeah, no, I'm sorry to hear that, lovely. I hope your body can be nicer to you soon. This needs to be... Does not need to be used in the hollow, alright. Then I'm gonna go up there where it's gonna give me more room to dodge around. Alright. Enjoy its feet, and I hope so too. Yep. Oh yeah, it's an open VC. You're allowed to join. Where's... okay, I don't have a gnome on me, but that's fine. Alright.
Hi.
Hello, welcome in, lovely. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I am. Just body being mean.
Yep.
Might end up passing out again. So I'm at my place now. Was looking for clothes, which I successfully did it for the summer.
Oh, nice.
I'm not ready for Texas.
Yeah.
But also am.
Well, hey. It's an exciting time for you, so do try and enjoy what of it you can.
Yep. By the way, how have you been?
I've been doing pretty good. Working out with my stepdad and just kind of enjoying life recently.
That's good.
Yeah. Not really much to say, but that's kind of how it usually goes with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Normally I play zombies with SK on Sunday, but he's busy today from what he was telling me, so... It's okay. I'm sure we'll get back to it next week if he's available.
Yeah, it's understandable. He has personal things to do, too.
Yep. Oh, alright. I think we got it here. Oh, right. I remember now. This has a final phase that I got to last time, and it did not... Well,
you got this.
hopefully. Hope I can avoid the moon death laser thing, this thing that she fires. Okay, I dodged it. I didn't avoid it. I just, you know, game said no. Alright, Empress. Be damageable again so I can get rid of you. That wasn't so bad. I got most of this fight down, like, the first few times I did it. Oh, is that not the thing? Are we still going? Nope, we got it. Hey, another boss down, and we're only a few minutes in the stream. Nice.
Yay!
Just a shame that all of these weapons aren't really worth using, since I had to kill her so later than what you're actually intended to do.
Dang.
It happens. It's just part of not wanting to get stuck on a boss for so long and actually trying to continue the stream.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I don't have to fight her again. That's good.
That is true.
Oh, I just realized that also means I can get rid of the, One, I had a Raven summoned, even though I have a Stardust Dragon, but I don't even need either of them now because I have the Terra Prisma.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, so you have good stuff from this. So bye Stardust, I completely forgot about you. Bye Raven, you're not as useful as Terra Prisma. Right. The rest of it goes
No, I've
away.
been sleeping early. Like at 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yep. And then I end up, when I wake up, I end up going back to sleep.
It's understandable. I've been having trouble sleeping lately myself. Like,
I just tried to make my body, like, I know I'm gonna be staying up late when I'm with my nieces and nephews.
yeah.
If I'm gonna be at their place, that is.
Understandable.
I just heard my sister. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back.
Oh, okay. Alright, well.
You're in the bedroom door.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Alright, well, we have a Terra Prisma. It's unpleasant, which is actually a really good reforge. Hopefully this will help bring things in our favor for this.
Well, I gotta go. My sister's done getting her stuff.
Oh, okay, well, I appreciate you hanging out in here for a little bit.
Yeah, of course. I'm probably gonna be in stream. Still have stream up, so.
Alright, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey.
See you in stream chat.
Yep. Hey, lovely. Did you find the portal? Nope, I killed Empress, though. So, consolation prize, I guess. Steve ripping, bitch. Yep, sounds about right. I really need to see if there's a way to get to this arena faster. But yeah, I got a Terra Prisma, so that's gonna be my summon of choice from now on. Oh right, I remember now. All right, let's do this. I hate this boss so far. On. I don't know if the thing's taking damage. Yes, it is. All right. Ow. Okay, we're good. I don't remember which one I'm supposed to be... no, it's not Guardian, it's Healer. Healer's the one I'm supposed to be damaging. And... holy crap, I'm already dead. Yeah, I don't like this fight. Like... I don't want to skip any of the bosses by, like, turning the difficulty down, but if I do any of them, it's going to be this one. Holy crap, I do not like Guardians. For what is supposed to be, like, an easy, like, mini-boss, like, this thing is cranked way too much. Yep, there we go. Any consolation, Providence is easier and funner. Yeah, that's only a consolation if I can actually get to Providence. Like, oh, this boss sucks so much. Like, why does a boss that was intended to be like an easy stepping stone need to be this difficult? I'm just trying to see if there's any kind of thing I can equip that would help. But, like, I got nothing. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to equip. Here, I want something that helps me take less damage, I guess. Taking damage or inflict drops an immense amount of stars. No, that's a true melee thing. That's not gonna work. Guess I could put warding on a blood pact and then try that out, see if it helps. Especially since it's a material, and I know it turns into something really good later. Yeah. So I guess it's worth trying this out, see if it's gonna be any good. It's not really damage, but that's not what's really killing me right now. It's I'm taking so much that I'm ending up dying before I can do anything really useful to the boss. Same defense. I don't have the plague anymore, but that's fine, since I'm not using plague armor anymore. Max HP by 25, so 810 HP. And healing pet potions are 25% more. So, 250. I don't know if that one's actually factored in. I don't think it is. No. Oh. Yes. Okay. So over a course of a fight, that's like a lot of extra health. Especially since even after healing, that fight, I almost got another potion charge off. So that's would have been an extra 100 health that last fight. Plus. So, this, I think, right now is my best bet, and if this doesn't work, then I'm going to need to figure something out. Can't craft anything right now that would be, like, very helpful. Like, all of the recipes that are post-moonlord are somehow locked behind, like, either the Dark Sun fragments or the Ascendant Essence or whatever, what have you. Rod of Harmony. I have a Potion of Discord active. So, yes, it's one that I can only do every so often, but I have the ability to teleport wherever I want. Rod of Harmony, though, no CD. I mean, I guess I could try it out. I just don't like having to switch. But you probably are right. That's probably what I should be doing here. I have the wrong thing out. Okay. Problem is, there's also so many attacks coming from all sorts of directions that I most of the time just don't know which direction to look. And I'm already dead. Yep, I'm already dead. Holy shit. I'm so terrible at this fight. But then again, I also got stuck on Destroyer, so am I really that surprised I don't have enough Hollowed points? Alright, I guess we go to Underground Hollow Desert until I get enough points to actually afford my a Rod of Discord so I can get the Rod of Harmony. I wouldn't blame you if you lower the difficulty for these guys and these guys only. I'm really on the cusp of doing it. Like, I don't like this version of them. I'll be completely honest. Like I said, it doesn't make sense that a boss that is supposed to be like a mini-boss. Like, that's the thing about Profane Guardians. It would be one thing if they were like some, like, great progression-gating boss, like Devourer of Gods or Providence. But no, they're just supposed to be a boss you quickly obliterate just to get the item to actually summon Providence. Dominic cooked a little too hard for a small mini-boss, exactly. But, like, that's the thing. I have also gone through, like, all of the rest of this without having to lower the difficulty. So I want to do it as, like, I beat the entire thing without having to lower the difficulty kind of thing. Am I not getting points? No, I'm getting desert points, though. 390. I need to kill things until it gives me hollow points. That's desert. But yeah, no, it's like, yeah, I know there's like a specific pattern that if I were to fly like perfectly, I could avoid everything. But it's just a little too much, like, from all sorts of different angles. I need to Blasphemous Donut. Oh, I see. The reason I'm going down here is since I need hollow points, I can just go up from here. And the funny thing is, though, is that Calamity, or Infernum specifically, has actually gotten updated. So that means that since they didn't get touched, that's the state they're supposed to be in. It's not like was like the last update they got changed. No, it's been several updates since. There we go. Luckily, late hard mode mobs are usually worth a lot of points, so I can easily get the points I need for this. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, a lot of the Infernum changes, yeah, they're very difficult, but they're, like, fair. That one is kind of the one where I draw the line of, you did a little too much there. Alright. Alright, 430. I need more. Yeah, I need a total of 500, I believe. So, keep going. I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna pretend to understand game balance. Yes, I'm working on my own, but that doesn't mean I understand anything about it. But, like, still. Right, now I remember why I tend to use City Busters when I'm farming mobs. It's because a lot of them tend to get stuck in these little crevices. Oh well, it's gonna be nice to have the Rod of Harmony. Once I do get a hold of it. Just because having to wait to teleport through blocks is kind of annoying. So maybe once I actually do get the Rod, I'll be able to actually search for the portal, since I can just teleport around instead of having to wait every time I need to do this. Alright, we're almost there. Good news is that since we're in a lava layer, the thing doesn't discriminate if I actually get the kill or not when it comes to points, so it's gonna just give me a bunch of random points. Yep, there we go. There was a enemy killed by lava that still gave me. That said, these things also now have so much health that it's hard for the lava to actually get the kill. Oh, it's a trade-off. Alright, 501, got it. I'm actually going to go home to make sure I actually pick this up, because I don't want to farm that. Throw you in there. Oh, I'm running out of space again. Alright. Void Portal should have all of my boss summons. You can go away, you can go away. I don't need to fight either of you. There we go. Now my inventory's a lot more neat. Oh, I forgot my heart lantern. Whoops. Yep, this should be good. Alright, let's go turn this thing into the Rod of Harmony. Wrong ocean. I also get to see if the Rod of Harmony is actually a material. This is, but that just makes the normality relocator, which is how you're supposed to get a method of free teleportation from Calamity. Even though, let's be honest, with Calamity balancing, it's not very useful because of the fact that it's probably time limited. Hello? I've killed Moonlord. Okay, apparently the reason why I'm not making a Rod of Harmony is because I can't make a Rod of Harmony. How far deep am I gonna go? I was about to say, if that leads me all the way to, Open Guardians, that would have actually been kind of cool. Just a neat little shortcut. Oh. Name it to me. Hey, welcome in, Batcha. How you doing, man? So... Oh, there. No, it is here. Why can't I get it, then? Watching the Fallout series. Ooh, nice. How you enjoying it so far? I'm doing good. That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. Okay, I killed Moonlord. Did it not count because of the mod, or... Alright, I'm actually going to do a little bit of digging. It's interesting, I give it that. It's holding up very well for being an adaptation. That's nice to hear. Well, given how I mean, there are some good adaptations, such as the, Last of Us, I've heard is pretty good. But yeah, it's nice to hear that video games are getting the, like, TV shows they deserve now, instead of just being relegated to, terribly made, like, oh, hey, you like the thing? Well, here's another thing that's like it. Kind of bait. Yeah, no, why can I not... Okay, I guess I'm not getting a Rod of Harmony. Alright. Here is what we are going to do. I'm going to give this a few more attempts, and if I can't get it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to consider it my one I'm allowed to just skip this boss because it's not a main boss kind of thing. I did, like, think about giving myself, like, a kind of thing that would be like, hey, this boss is gaining progression too much. I'm just gonna lower the difficulty and skip it. But I don't believe I've used anything like that, so I'm just gonna do it. Because, there's not really much I can do more to prep. I have everything. As we saw, like, I have all the buff potions permanently active. Yeah, including Dryad's Blessing, Ninja, like, all of those. And I still can't do it, so there's literally nothing else I can do to prep for this more. Yeah. Like, I got everything. I guess Century Summons I could try setting up. I don't even know if I have any in my inventory. I don't think so. I have no, I did keep them in here. Okay. But I have the 2 in here that would not help me. They're probably in my vault, which I can't access from down here. Oh yeah, Petra, when you reach Season 2, let me know if they make Fallout New Vegas canon in that show, because I heard that they were going to, but I didn't hear much about it other than that. I'll let you know. Alright, I appreciate it. Okay, so it's a reusable healing potion for 70 HP, but it takes way too long. Got it, so it's useless. Yeah, no, you're never going to be able to slow down that long enough to actually make that worthwhile. But yeah, no, I'm going to give this 1 or 2 more attempts, and then I will, then I'll just drop the difficulty. I also don't know if this boss time of day matters. Maybe, because it seems like everything's faster. Fortunately, I'd have no way of knowing because it's not mentioned anywhere. Funny enough, I think also, what's her face? Providence also, enrages during daytime, and it doesn't mention that anywhere either. So it could be that these things do enrage during night or day or whatever. So maybe I was fighting some kind of enraged version. I actually forgot the key to use my adrenaline, because this is literally the first time I've gotten it this playthrough. So hold on, have I accidentally been fighting an enraged version this entire time? Because, sorry that this is kind of a pun, but the difference is night and day. Oh, I need to do whatever little I can do to amuse myself. Probably. Stupid. Like, that is just entirely stupid because that is literally not mentioned anywhere. Well, like, their attacks lingered for less time, they... Hold on. Summons Profane Guardians when used on the cliff and the Profane Guardians to the right. Enrages when not in the Hollow or Underworld. At least he can win now. Not really. I mean, I got past the first phase, and if I guess it just kind of threw me off. I'll try it again, though. Just leave at nighttime and hope for the best. What does it say anything about Providence enraging? I guess I could also try Dragon Folly. Enrages when fought during nighttime. Okay, so... night, so I'd want it to be day, then? Nope, that's not day. It's so weird trying to remember at what point is daytime in the underworld. What's funny is the raged version might be the easier to dodge. I don't know. I'm only gonna give this one more attempt, and then I'm just gonna use difficulty to skip past it. I really don't care anymore. This boss is purely just a brick wall, and it's literally destroying any enjoyment I had with the mod. Not to mention, like, normally you want to put buff stations down to improve your chances. But that is just not something you're allowed to do for this fight. Like, you can't break anything, which, fine, they don't want you to make some kind of cheese where you get outside the arena. Like, at least let me put down, like, a platform for some buff stations. It's not like it would help me, like, break the fight because it would give me extra flight. Like, I get infinite flight anyways. At this point, there's literally no reason to not let me put down at least platforms for buff stations. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm dropping the difficulty for these guys. I genuinely hate this boss. Yep, alright, we're done. I'm not doing this on Infernum. I don't care, I don't unlock whatever's behind that gate that they're guarding. Like, I just want to get through the mod at this point. Pillar's almost down. Right. Luckily I can get this. Oh, I thought that was the Guardian. Whoops. Ow. This might actually take a few attempts as well. Well, I mean, I'm doing way better than I was previously. It's just, holy crap, there's a ton of projectiles and not a lot of room to dodge. But that's kind of just because of the poor area I decided to fight them in. I also forgot about my buff station. Alright. Because technically I can fight these things down there or up here, and I'd rather do it up here because this gives me way more room to dodge. Even though I won't get infinite flight anymore, I don't really need it. Right, now it's going to be better for me to use my Or pipe bullets. Jeez, it would just not give me my flight back. What's this? I get rid of many of these rocks while I have this active as I can. The reason why is because they're essentially becoming a barrier. That means I can't actually hit the boss. So that said, it's actually really nice for the like the energy bolts to bounce off of to hit things. So. I guess it's not the worst thing of them being in the way. This is a lot more calm. I mean, you can tell it's a lot more calm because I can actually tell what's going on. Although I did lose another adrenaline, but hey, at least I got it in the first place. Alright, there we go. Just want to put out as much DPS as possible. There we go, we got it. We're almost there. It's way easier compared to everything I've had to do up to this point. It just is so telling of the difference of difficulty of these things, how that fight I barely dropped below half, yet the other version I can barely start the fight above half. I didn't get the Infernum trophy, but I really don't care. Alright. Well, we now have access to the profane core. Back to Infernum. Alright. So, she will actually give different rewards, and also, by the way, community power-up. Based on whether you kill her in the hollow or the... the hollow or the underworld. I can't remember which one is which, though. Now, granted, I usually end up needing both anyways, so... What, it's the Elysian Wings, which is a material, and... the, the Elysian Aegis, which are both really good accessories. No? Hold on. Always the worst thing for me spelling. ELY. Yeah, so Elysian Tracers. Comes from Providence. I wanted to see what her things could make. But okay. G. Yeah, okay, so it would be the Asgardian Aegis once I get Ascendant Spirit Essence and... Are they both Ascendant Spirit Essence? I don't remember elemental stuff being so hard to craft. I thought it was way earlier on. But yeah, so they're both Ascendant Spirit Essence, which is what? I thought Ascendant Spirit Essence was post of Hour of Gods. Am I mistaken? 'Cause that doesn't seem right. I thought the elemental stuff was supposed to be like early post moonlord. I don't see anything here that gives any hint to it being there. Well, I guess Dragon Folly we could try doing in Infernum. I can get the life alloy. I was looking for. Oh, I need more Scoria. So I could go to the depths, or hear me out. There's my death whistle. Well, we're gonna do this because I actually want to do Dragon Folly to see what he's gonna be like. Because if he's somehow easier than Profane Guardians, I'm gonna be really upset because he's... Come on, like... Why are they so overtuned then? So I'm gonna need to fight, if I need, how many, I can't remember if I needed 10 or 5. I'm gonna need to kill this thing at least twice if it's 5. If it's 10, then I need to kill it 5 times. Damn, I almost got this fight done before I even charged, Rage. He planted himself in the wall again. I hate that it does that. There we go. Got him. So I need... Looking at, right, 5. So I need to do this... Yeah, I need to do this one more time. Because I have 1 in my system, and the Scoria is what I'm needing, and I only got 2 here, so I need to do it. Much better. But normally I'd say if usually I do something weird with Dragon Folly since you only really need it for Gerhon unless that's what drops Ascended Spirit Essence. That I usually will end up saving him until after Devourer of Gods just to give me a more smooth transition into Gerhon. Or, I guess, an easier time after Devourer of Gods. But yeah, he used to drop an item that only was useful for, summoning, Gerhon, so that's why I would just avoid him until it was, time to fight Gerhon. But that's also in a much older version of this. But since I'm one using community and two, oh, I got another Warding Blood Pact. All right. Well, hey, I ended up re-rolling for one anyway, so it doesn't much matter. But since I'm using the community this time, like, I actually think it's important that I get it now. Yo, where are you? The rest of you can stay. There, it's Void Portal. Why do I keep forgetting? Bup, 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 bup. No, I need... Go. Pheromones. Do I need to be in a specific one? When used in jungle. Okay. Okay, not bad. This also is in the path of me grabbing my buff stations again, so... But I had to go this way. It's just a single target. I think probably SDMG is going to do a little bit better here. Where do I want to fight? I guess over by this platform. I can level out the top. Or we can just leave it as is, I guess. Not that big a deal. Ah, jump on the... There we go. I couldn't get the precision jump to actually get on top of this thing. Turn. Can't fire. Forgot a Zen potion, and now I'm starting to regret it. I have one permanently active? No, I think I had one active, and then I took one out to prevent it for a little bit, and then forgot to put the one back. Right, I know I just set up my buff stations, but let me go and see if I can figure out what happened to my Zen potion. I think I have 29 in here. No. Okay. Oh, I must have... I actually never set up a Zen potion. Okay. Well, I guess no time like the present. Alright. Interesting. I really did thought I had one set up. And it didn't stack anywhere, so that tells me that I don't have one. Here. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's interesting. I have no idea what happened. Now that we're not fighting against spawn rate, let's actually do this. Okay. I'll also look in to see why I wasn't able to craft the Rod of Harmony. I don't know if it's a Calamity change or if it's a thing. Or if it's a Fargo exchange, I meant to say. Because he could be either of them, because both had, like, super endgame bosses. So... Oh, geez, that's definitely a start. I remember when this is Bumblebird. I miss Bumblebird. He was so derpy. What I appreciate about Bumblebird is that was the entire joke of it, too, was the fact that he's just a derp. Depending on what he's drops, we're either going to be fighting him a lot here, or we're going to be fighting him, like, basically not at all. So. Ow. It was nice of him to at least fire it and then get it over with. He drops effluent feathers. Okay, and he also drops so many of them, I probably don't need to fight him twice regardless. Oh yeah, that's my last rage mode upgrade then, so I'm actually glad I went for that. Increased range damage and movement speed. Fire mineral swarmer every 3 seconds. Reduces the damage of the dragonfire and electrify debuff. Oh, okay. Well then, that actually sounds amazing. What would I want to do? Because okay, so it's 10%. Which, I mean, I could give up the 10% crit strike for the swarmers. I don't need the increased ammo usage or the projectile velocity, so Deadshot would actually probably be the first to go here. I mean, I guess I could make this finally. What is this? Marked with bullseye. This should deal massive damage. Just a new one appears elsewhere. Explosions. Oh, okay. Shots ricochet off of tossed coins will target bullseyes. That seems kind of useless since I don't think there's any tossed coins this late in the game. I'll range critical strike chance boost into extra damage. Deal more critical. World accessory visibility is enabled. Also, some of the accessories is placed in vanity slots. Okay. Interesting, okay. Maybe I actually do make a Dawn Light. I don't know. Just that's the most thing, if I want to do this stem cell thing, like that's the first thing to go. I gotta actually line this up properly. I'm gonna leave a spot for the trophy for the Infernum Guardians, just in case I ever do decide I want to go back to. And now I'm glad I did this, because that's amazing. Oh, hey, I think this is actually one of the ones that was recommended I get, so I'll take it. End. Material rifle. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. Sure. Maybe I should have done Bumblebird first. Always one of those things that I'm afraid that they changed like progression. I guess I could skip Providence because she's normally is the only source of the Rune of Cause, but it's right here. But that's what I was saying is, though, I'm always scared that they changed like a major part of the progression with the bosses and I'm just unaware. Because sometimes it does feel like that. Oh, the Planetary Ripper. I was actually trying to make that, but then I just completely forgot. Whoops. Oh well, too late now. I'm also going to need to upgrade my system again soon. Fortunately, the Nexus hollowed, which is not easy to make. Yes, because it just requires a ton of hollowed bars, which, I mean, I guess I could fight mech bosses. And then blue chlorophyte into luminite. Which I can afford a luminite one, but, like, I can't put it on any of them since it needs to be on a chlorophyte one. And for that, I need spectre and shroomlight, which I could easily do both, I guess. I have the auto hammer. Don't know if I have the materials. Either way, it doesn't matter. What are you used for? Ascendant insignia. Okay, so better version. Oh, soaring insignia doesn't give infinite flight anymore. That's actually interesting. Silver armor needs ascendant spirit essence, so it must be coming soon. Oh.
Turn the lights down low.
Hello, welcome in.
Oh. So, what are you playing today?
Where are you?
Time to murder things in Terraria, I see.
Yep. You know how it goes. Alright. I guess we'll just... I want to put on these dynamo steams or stem cells, but I don't think there's really anything on here that I want to unequip.
Well, we talking about science now?
No, I got a thing called dynamo stem cells that increases range damage by 10%, but I already have enough things that, like, increase it by that amount that I don't want to get rid of any of them. I also don't want to get rid of any of my defensive accessories. I'm gonna check you, see if you actually have the rattle. Of course not. I swear, it never has the harpy rattle whenever I have the money for it. I swear, the traveling merchant, he sees that you have money and he immediately executes don't have thing you want.exe.
Brain shuts off after 4 seconds, realizes what you're doing.
Yeah.
Somehow still alive.
Yeah. Alright, well, whatever. Are you... Yes, the thief actually is here, so I can get some of my money back. Okay. No, I wanted my refund. You don't get to keep it. Yeah, I don't think I need any of those extra feathers, so... We got the one bumblebird, and that's the one we're gonna accept.
Bumblebird?
Yeah. Okay, so its actual name is Dragon Folly, but in older versions of the mod, it was called Bumblebird. Because the main boss Yerhan used to resemble a bird more than it did a dragon. So I just instinctually call it Bumblebird still because when I last majorly played the mod, not on my Twitch channel, mind you, it was that old version, so... I don't know, I just end up calling him Bumblebird, even though hasn't been that for years. I did not grab my Heart Lantern. Need to put away some of these boss summons. Fincor, you're going to be really needed right now. You can go there. I need to clean this out again soon. It's just boss summons and one mount, and, like, it is almost completely full again.
Boss battling in the 1400s.
I did 179. Damn, that's actually a lot. It's more than the SDMG, and it fires 5 at a time. I don't know which one's DPS is overall higher, but I also don't have the best modifier on the Golden Eagle, so... I guess the Golden Eagle wins this one for the time being. I can find evidence that shows that it's not as good. Did I not grab my Heart Lantern again?
What's going on?
I literally went... Oh, never mind, it's right there in the corner of my torch. Alright. Well, let us now reset it to daytime and see if I can do this. AM, so that is day. Alright. Let's do this. $30 not AM. Someone's province when used at the altar at the profane temple. Oh. It's gonna make me...
Up a little.
Is it really gonna force me to fight guardians because I can't reach the altar otherwise? So it looks like I don't get to skip profane guardians. They might have thought about that and didn't think that, maybe we should let people skip the worst designed boss in this mod.
They're like, one extra crutch doesn't matter. Fine.
I did not notice that it said that I needed to be in the profane temple. This is gonna be so annoying if I have to actually fight them to get access to it. What is the profane temple? If it's this part, then there's a chance that it doesn't detect my kill because I didn't kill the Infernum version. I mean, granted, I have a better weapon now if that's the case. But, like, I'm gonna be so mad if I have to... If I said, like, I'm gonna skip them only to be forced to do it. Make me do it, aren't you? No, okay. Good. It broke open. It does detect my kill. That would have been so annoying if I had to do it the way it wanted me to. What's below here? Dang, this temple though looks real nice. Shame that to get into it you have to fight literally the worst boss in the game. But like, damn. Oh, you do have infinite fight here, good. I didn't see the text pop up, so I was like, is it gonna make me do this with limited flight? Oh, I am playing terribly. Holy crap, those dodges were awful. I'm playing like shit here. Holy shit. Yep, alright. I was obviously not prepared for that. Holy crap. Okay. Well, for the long trek back, I really need to see if there's like something I can do to make this trip not so bad. I could look into getting a grand design and hooking up a teleporter from where the conch drops me to the temple, I guess. What would that even take, though? That's a huge crafting tree. But I need the grand design if I'm going to be doing this. Colored wrench, mechanical lens. That one's just a buy. The multicolored wrench is just a bunch of purchasing. I guess it's just a lot of buying things. It's not too bad. I guess the correct thing to say there is it's more tedious than it is hard. Yeah, how are you doing, Thin? Welcome in. Thank you for hanging out with me. Oh, I guess you... Oh, I was about to say, I thought you left for a second. I'm like... You are really quiet, though. Also, maybe cutting out. I'm not sure. Do this again. What I was trying to say earlier is Providence was the first, like, the OG, like, we're gonna limit your flight boss, so it's strange to see this version of her with infinite flight. Ow. Yes, I see.
Enemy colors, jumping with the moon.
Escape fire, go!
Where the knuckle?
Oh no, I need to itch my face. No, this is not the time, please.
You can't even pause it. I just realized.
Huh?
Can you even pause it?
I can't hear you, sorry.
Can you pause the game?
Yes, I can. I can if I open the options menu. I don't have auto pause on, so.
Probably should turn that on.
Well, normally I like to open my inventory before boss fights and only close it after the fight starts. So that would mean I'd have to keep boss summons in my hotbar, which I don't like to do. It's for the same reason of magic mirror of I don't want to be in the middle of something and then just accidentally click it and screw myself over. Okay. Well, okay, so I'm getting the rhythm of it down. I just need to get that first phase going. And, I mean, since I can't even summon Providence without my thing, yeah, I'm gonna turn on auto pause. So now the game just pauses completely if I'm in my inventory. Alright. Where's the mechanic at? Go. You. I need mechanical lens. I need this. I need 60 wire. Okay. I'm just gonna buy a ton of wire because I'm gonna need to wire up 2 teleporters. And I guess a switch will be good enough. If I need to get away from the temple, I can just teleport back, so it's not that big a deal. Ooh, that is a lot of stuff on. What is it? There we go. And I should have a normal... Oh, I apparently don't have a normal crafting table placed anywhere, so I can't just, craft this outside of my system. Oh, right. I need to make the multicolored ones first.
Multicolored gun, but it shoots.
Alright. Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh, right. This is why I usually don't have autopause on, because if I want to use teleport items, I now have to click them out of my inventory. Or I have to put them in my hotbar to actually use them. I just can't, like, click them and then click wherever to get them to activate.
Oh. That makes sense.
Yep. Oh well. Ah, yes, this definitely seems like I have a Zen potion active.
We'll be right.
Gotta get rid of these things. Right. This. What I appreciate about the grand design is that I can just hold it down and it'll do everything I need for me. It's not, I don't have to worry about if I'm going too fast for the wrench to keep up or whatever. Realized I hope I have enough wire. I don't even know if I do. Like 3,187 seems like a lot. But that's already almost 1,000 used and I don't even know how close I am. Well, we hit the air hunt. Down to 1,400. I should have just enough. If I can at least make it to when the lava changes colors, I'll consider that close enough. Right. Oh, I did actually make it all the way. Nice. Now time for the most important thing, testing. Hey, I just saved myself a bunch of trips now. Probably going to be quite a few attempts at this to actually get it, but hey, we did it. That's what's important.
You saved yourself about 14 days of your life.
I mean, it seems like it, yeah. With as many trips back and forth as I'm probably going to have to take just to get this boss killed, so... Okay. Also, I picked up another Tales from game. This one here is Tales of Arise. So now I have 2 games from the series, and I'm enjoying what I'm playing currently. That is Barissia. All right, I'm glad to hear it. I mean, it's a long-running series for a reason, so I imagine they're all pretty good games. I'm glad to hear that you're actually enjoying your time with them. Like I said, it's been a series I've been interested in personally. I just have never had the money And they're also very rarely go on sale, so I just don't ever pick them up.
This ain't working.
You know, I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying them so much. Ow, I got speared. Well, good thing I set up that teleporter. Not being able to move while I'm in... Yep, not being able to move while I'm, while I'm in my inventory is gonna throw me off for a little bit while. This game over was on sale, and so when I saw another Tales game being on sale on the Switch, oh, alright. Jeez, I actually didn't expect games to go on sale on a Nintendo console. It's usually not the kind of thing they do. Yeah. I mean, I know I wanted to buy Hyrule Warriors, but that game's still like full price, and it's been years.
I mean, it's a really good game.
That doesn't justify a $60 price for a almost 10-year-old game, Dan.
Oh, wow, that thing is 10. Wow. Never mind.
Yeah, it came out during the Wii U era. Don't get me wrong, yes, I understand it's a good and content-filled game, but it doesn't need to be full price anymore.
It at least needs to be like, I don't know, 30, 40 bucks? Just...
30 I would say is pushing it, but fair. Like, I would say it should be about 20. And keep in mind, this is also a game with no online multiplayer. Or if it does have it, it's very inactive, so... I would say about 25 to 30 is about fair. Like I said, 30's pushing it a little.
I mean, it's inactive because no one uses it.
Well, yeah, it's such an old game. Not to mention, there's a newer Hyrule Warriors game out, so it's not like it's the most recent in its series.
Yeah,
The Age of Calamity one, which, I mean, granted, is like 3 years old, so that one's understandable. What? Oh, nighttime. I completely forgot about the whole nighttime thing. I guess I sit here and wait for my health to come back. That's interesting. It says that she enrages during the night, but no, she just completely despawns. I don't know where I got 5 extra health from. I swore that my health was at 810 earlier. Unless there's some community shenanigans, which there probably is. Solid start so far. It's just that one attack I'm terrible at dodging. The rest of them I'm getting down pretty well. Also, it seems like do they add health bar? Looked like it for a second, but maybe they don't. Also, it seems that Providence doesn't have contact damage, which is really nice. If I get more hold on. If I get more money, I'll still enjoy the series. I'll try and get the other games of the Tales which are currently on the PS4 is Zarestia, Symphony Remastered, and Vesperia if they're on sale to have more JRPG. I mean, if you're enjoying the series so far, then that seems like a really good idea. And now it's first attack, okay. Thing is, she also doesn't take a ton of damage during this. It also kind of sucks. I just thought of something, but I don't have the correct amount on for it. I mean, I could do it now since I don't need the goat skull to actually get through the underworld quickly anymore.
Underworld?
Yeah. What the, like, hell biome in Terraria is called.
Oh, where am I in Hades? Oh, Switch instead.
Huh?
You're
cutting out a lot, man.
My Switch.
Yeah. I do enjoy a good RPG. Yeah, that's good. It's nice. RPGs are really long, which is kind of a good and bad thing. It's good because if you're enjoying it, like, you have a lot of content to get through. It's bad, though, because if any of it you don't enjoy, like, you're gonna have to deal with it a lot. Alright, I got through that without missing more than a quarter of my health, which is good. These fireballs she spawns in the middle of this attack are what's really annoying. Not even the fireballs raining, just... Oh, I screwed up. Alright. Yep. Up. Hey, Zensuke, welcome in. Give me... Actually, hold on, I have autopause on. Alright. Alright. There, was that good, or would you like another? Welcome in, how you doing, man? I'll actually keep this pause while I let you decide if you want another. Yes, welcome in, how's it going? Doing alright? How are you? How am I? I'm actually doing really good. The boss is a little stressful, but that's just what I signed up for when I said I was gonna play Terraria Infernum. You know, I'm not a very avid... I don't play Toho, so I'm not used to this kind of stuff. I've never played it. Well, you're gonna see what the end game is like. Let's say I didn't warn you. I meant Terraria, but not the mods. Yeah, understandable. It's actually a really fun modded game, so if... I assume you have it on Steam, so I would recommend taking a look at T-Mod Loader. Just keep in mind, if you do play Calamity, this is kind of what you're getting yourself into. Well, okay, Calamity Infernum, so which is the, like, way harder version. Like, I could... This looks hardcore, good luck, but yeah. Like, I was only half joking when I compared it to Toho, like... Yeah, no, it's bullet hell. But hey, it's a nice challenge and I like overcoming it. Normal Calamity, though, isn't so bad. Like, if you just play, like, for Vengeance or even Expert Mode, like, it's fun. But, yeah, no. Not Infernum. Infernum's for masochists. Oh. I was not aware that this was a phase. Awesome. Ow, this hurts so much. God, every one of those hits for over almost 200 damage, dang. Yep, that's about how it goes. I have a No, I don't have a DPS meter. Do I? It's about 603 or 6,300. Okay. Okay. Maybe I use this. That's also needs Unreal on it, so I guess I'll throw Unreal on this and see if it works. Because we are in a closed room, so maybe it'll actually get some wall bounces and I can get some extra value out of it. I'll also reset the day again once I get down there. But yeah, no, like, that fight basically perfectly sums up Infernum, what this has been so far. Just all the bosses just cranked way beyond being reasonable. Alright, that's a little extra DPS technically. Okay. I want to use the primary fire here. Sounds fun for someone who's beaten the game a few times and wants more. It is true. Like, I have beaten Terraria quite a few times, and it's like one of my most played games, like, nearing... How much do I have? I have, Actually, let me tab out for a second. How much time do I actually have in Terraria? Just a casual 514 hours, you know. Not much. Oh, I see Than left. I could barely hear him, unfortunately. Yep. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, for someone like me, like, that's put that much time into it, it's a great challenge. But it can also be kind of bull sometimes, but that's just what you do with, or what happens when it comes to mods. As you can see, also, I'm not the best, because I am taking a ton of damage. One hell of an entrance. Yep, well, I mean, she is a goddess, so... You know, if anyone deserves that kind of entrance, it's probably her. Do you mind if I hop in VC? Sure, go right ahead. Oh, I was gonna reset the time of day. Shit. Forgot. Ow. That speared directly there. I don't know why it randomly stopped firing again there. It's just something that happens, and I still don't know what's causing it. Like, sometimes they'll just randomly stop firing.
Hello.
Hello, come in.
Hello there, Mr. Me. How you doing?
I'm doing good. As you can see, only trying to kill a goddess.
I did some before I had to close the stream because my phone can't handle two things at once.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I appreciate you still hanging out, even though your phone can't handle much else beyond that.
for a 4 RAM gig phone from 2021.
Damn.
Yeah. It's a Motorola, so you gotta understand the technology they try to put. I
Yep.
guess, I don't know.
Fair enough. Also, wow, I wasted both my Rage and Adrenaline there. That's
Oof.
not great. Since that is a lot of missed damage, because you can't hit this phase for any more than one.
I am actually surprised I was able to get a Rise for about $15.
Nice. For JRPG, that's actually not a bad price at all.
And this one here, I think might be the recent one. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen any other.
Zestria is the one, or the Z one. It's the most recent.
Is it?
I believe
Makes
so.
sense.
Keep in mind, I don't keep up with the series. I'm just seeing what I. They're trying to say what I think is the most recent.
Right. I think that's the reason this one came here from September 10, 2021.
Okay. Oh, maybe it is the most recent one then. I'm sorry. I actually just genuinely don't know.
Yeah, so the standard edition itself was $15, which is not bad.
Yeah.
I don't need the other stuff, which is the cosmetic background and possibly is a DLC storyline.
Oh, alright. I mean, hey, it's always nice to not need the DLC because you can always pick it up later. That said, there are some games that like to make it like oh hey, like the best value is to pick up all the DLC at the start. It's like, I don't even know if I like the game and you're already trying to get all my money.
You know what's funny? The cheapest Tales game out of all of these games on the PS4 right now is Berezia.
Oh, interesting.
You wanna know? You wanna know why? $20.
Oh, damn.
It's probably because it's labeled under PlayStation hits
Oh, fair enough.
from January 24th, 2017.
Yep. Sounds about right. It's been such a long series. Like I said, I've heard of the Tales games, and I even have like 1 or 2 of them on my wish list. Like Symphonia is the most popular one, but like I just haven't ever played any of them myself.
Yeah, Symphony. Actually, if I want to be even more technically, Tales of Symphonia has gotten that remaster, and it came out 2 years after Arise.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess you can say this is also a re-release. I guess you can say.
Yeah.
And that's going for about on PlayStation. Not bad, $40.
I mean, for a remaster of what is considered to be one of the best games in the series, like, not bad at all.
Explore a live, rich world filled with unforgettable characters, experience the emotional change, and storyline you'll never before. Oh, cool.
Yep.
Graphics, feature graphics, enhanced, include gameplay. Oh wait, you can do co-op in this game. What the heck?
Isn't it a turn-based RPG? How would that even work?
I don't know. Maybe they take control of the other people who are in the zone.
Maybe. I don't know.
Watch a stunning anime cutscene.
I mean, okay, it's not like a turn-based game can't work. But usually it has to be designed from the ground up around multiple people taking turns. It's not something you can just shove into a normal turn-based RPG and expect it to work.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is turn-based. What the heck? I didn't think this game is turn-based because the Parisia and after that, which is Arise, are action-based.
Well, you have to remember, so the thing with long-running series is that usually most of them started out on turn-based because that was the most popular, like, form of RPG at the time.
Yeah, I get you.
So a lot of them were like, hey, we're gonna do turn-based, and then once that stopped being the most popular option, a lot of them then switched over to being action-based once that started to become more popular.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also those like hybrid ones, which I mean are decent. But during the like end of the PS3, start of the PS4, that's what ended up becoming popular. So there's a ton of those.
What the heck? This one here says this game here, Bestia, Vicia. It gotta have a 4-player gameplay. The heck, I'm gonna get 3 other people to join me.
I mean, I don't know.
There you go.
But then again, there's also a lot of games where you can kind of say that, but they still have full lobbies.
Hmm.
But it also depends. Like, a lot of those games with 4-player co-op usually have some kind of matchmaking in them, especially these days, to make up for the fact that most people don't have 3 friends that have the game.
Mm-hmm.
I hate these fireballs. Exploding
I don't
fireballs
like
are
this.
the worst part.
You know what? You make a good point about how Nintendo doesn't sell their games every often, and even here on PlayStation. Take this example of this game, Tales of Zestiria. Okay, that game. All right, I'm just gonna refer to that game. Came out in 2015, and it still costs $60.
Yeah. Well, that's because...
You make a point.
Yeah. The thing is, like, when you have a something locked to a console, there's nothing, there's no other storefronts that can offer it for a cheaper price. The reason why Steam has so many sales and why it's such a leader in, like, the PC market is because they can afford to offer those sales because they need to compete. In addition, PC is such a large platform that, they can warrant having these massive sales. They don't do them just because, like, oh, hey, Steam summer sale, little meme. It's like, no, it's an actual smart decision to have this many sales.
Right.
Yeah. Not to mention, since Steam has such a much larger, like, log of games, like, people will wait out sales for games they want. So it's actually a smart idea to put your game on sale as much as possible to encourage people to buy it, because they don't want it to buy the more expensive version. They want to get it while it's on sale. I'm guilty of this too. Like, I will specifically wait for specific games to go on sale to buy them. And I also have a ton of games in my library that I have never touched because they were on sale. I bought them purely because they were on sale and no other reason.
I get that. I'm suffered to that as well.
Yeah, everyone does. And that's just how the PC market works. Don't get me wrong, it works on all of the markets. It's just the fact that Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft and all them don't want that kind of thing. Because a sale, as they see it, since they're the only market, is a loss. Whereas a sale on a PC platform where it wasn't even guaranteed that they were going to buy it on your platform could make someone buy it there instead. Yeah.
For some reason, you good there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
For some reason, I thought the Tales and the Trails were somehow like the same company, but I just realized no. Tales belong to Bandai Namco, and Trails belong to NSI America.
Oh, I see.
Infinite told me I need to play the Trail series.
Yeah.
And I have one of them emulated and properly emulated on my PSP emulator.
Oh, I see.
I have yet to try it. I have yet to play it just yet.
I mean, I'd be careful with anything NSI America related. Like, with the older stuff, it's probably fine, but with the more recent stuff, they like to censor their games heavily, so...
How bad are we talking like censorship?
There was... I think it was called Prison Girls, was a game that was on Steam that was, like, heavily censored, with even... most scenes were outright missing, and those that weren't had massive, like, pink smoke covering, like, anything.
You know, I think I did saw a list of games. Oh. You know, I did saw something called Prison Grove listed on games you cannot stream on Twitch, and it's right there, and I'm like, Huh. I wonder why that sounds familiar.
Yeah, no. The US version, which, I mean, I guess it didn't matter, but the US version was ported by NIS America, which I'm just going to keep calling NISA because of the fact that that's what I'm used to it being called. They will heavily censor stuff. The only reason I'm familiar with their work is because of the fact that they ported the original few Neptunia games before, so that's all I've done with their work. Luckily, those games were unharmed, but those were also early PS3 era games, so it wasn't as popular for companies to censor literally everything in anime-focused games.
I always wanted to try one of the hyper. I forgot what they called it. You just called it.
Neptunia?
Yeah, something like that.
I would do the Rebirth series. The original ones are very rough. And take that as someone who actually likes not only the series, but those games. Those games are incredibly rough. Especially the first one. So I would start with Rebirth. Specifically, Rebirth 1 is probably the best. Rebirth
like,
2 like Rebirth 2 drags, and then Rebirth 3 is like the second best, I'd say.
You know, I just see them like every once in a while being sold like extremely cheap. Speaking about extremely cheap, Jesus Christ, they're selling Minecraft.
Yeah. I actually do have a Hyperdimension Neptunia tattoo, so if that tells you anything of how I feel about that series, like.
No. Oh, how interesting! They're selling Persona 4 Golden on sale. Too bad I already have it on my Switch.
Yeah.
$12 is not
I'm
bad
not
for
getting
Persona
past
4.
this fight. Dang. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised Persona 4 Golden came to Switch. I knew it came to PC because of the fact that like it was on the Vita for the longest time, and like it's not going to sell on the Vita because the Vita didn't sell. But yeah.
I'm surprised any Persona games are on the Switch. I expected SMT, yeah, obviously, to be on there, but like, didn't think Persona would be.
Yeah, SMT started on Nintendo consoles, and I mean it's one of those things where like I jokingly say I'm surprised. I'm not really. It seems that a lot of game developers and publishers are starting to wise up to the fact that console exclusivity is actually a really bad idea. So they've been starting to lean more into the we're going to publish it on every platform that we possibly can, which is really the best idea.
You say that, and From Software have yet to release Bloodborne outside of PS4.
Yes. And like that's not indicative of the quality of the game. That's indicative of the fact that Sony would have made a shit ton more money if they decided to publish it elsewhere. Like, I'm not saying that games on specific platforms are bad quality. I'm saying, though, that they would have made a ton more money if they would have opened it up to other platforms. And that's, you can tell that just by the fact that every time Sony makes an announcement, Bloodborne for PC ends up trending. And I understand it. Like, Bloodborne is a great game, and Sony should publish it on PC, but, like, they don't want to for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Same thing with Demon's Souls. Like, Demon's Souls, yeah, it's not the greatest game, but, like,
it's bare bone.
Yeah. But there was announced that there was going to possibly be a PC port, and people were like, yeah, I would have preferred Bloodborne, but sure, whatever.
Hold on.
Yep, we're back to this space. Okay. here relatively painlessly. Fortunately, that doesn't mean much, but... Ow. This. I want to get her to at least half health.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm back. I am getting murdered. See, it's this one right here. I don't know what it wants me to do. Just explosions everywhere. I somehow managed to keep some health through that. Like, how I'm not actually... I'm genuinely not sure. Oh, I hate this fight.
Oh yeah, Scarlet Nexus is on sale, but I didn't pick that one. I just picked Tails because I know the series now because I play Breezy. And I'm like, I don't really know anything besides it's just published under the same company.
Yeah.
And I heard people say it was like, eh. I'm like, alright, that's fine. I don't need to listen to review, but I just picked something I already now know, right?
I mean, fair enough.
I'm just going through all the RPG games listed on PlayStation 4 right now.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why people buy Call of Duty year after year, is just the fact that they know that the previous ones were good, so it reasons to... Well, okay. Good in their minds, so it reasons that the newer ones should be good too. I know that they have all been terrible since... Okay, people like to say since Black Ops 2. I will say that everyone since Ghosts has been awful.
I had Ghost once upon a time.
I thought Ghost was a lot better than people gave it credit, since it was basically just Black Ops 2, but again. But apparently it wasn't liked very much, also... I have to itch. Yeah, no. I will always be a sayer that Ghost was actually a lot better than people give it credit.
I did like Ghost.
Yep.
I remember I did one
I'm
of
just gonna
them.
let myself die. That was a fucking awful start.
Ah man, I remember getting shit talked really badly in Ghost because I bought one of the fucking So we all know Call of Duty will always have their fucking cosmetic DLCs, right? It's not like a given, right?
It's been a thing.
I bought one of... Yeah. Was it like Black Ops or was it like Black Ops 2 that even... Okay. I didn't even buy anything related for Black Ops 2. Not even this. You know what I've been usually... spreading two topics. I see a lot of the really green wrapped cosmetic camo they use in Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
No, back what I was saying. So, extinction skins. I bought one and I bought the pack, right? And I thought, okay, this looks cool. I wear the female one. And you're like, you know what? I'm fine. This is cool. I get shit talked by some dude. It's like, oh my god, this is a girl. This and that. I'm like, okay, good for you, pal. Let's play the game. I don't want to hear you
to be fair,
about what...
like, to be fair, though, well, yes, I understand, like, you were doing it for the wrong reason. Honestly, anyone who buys any kind of cosmetic skin should be made fun of in Call of Duty. And yes, that it does include me. Like, we should have shamed that stuff before it even started, and then probably we'd have better Call of Duty games.
Yeah. Because they would have. I won't ever see that. That $5 again? Probably.
Or I'm gonna itch my face again.
No, you're good.
But yeah, like, people should have been shamed for buying skins early on. So then it would have been like a negative stigma of people actually purchasing skins. Would have probably resulted in them not making too much money off of it, then being like, alright, you know what? We're not gonna make skins, we're just gonna keep making the games better and just not worry about it. But no.
I think the only game that prospered the whole skin thing is only probably Fortnite.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that because I haven't seen like
But the thing is, though, Fortnite is advertised towards kids, so that's why I don't like the fact that...
I'm sorry, man, but saying that is really bad. It's because you know what the real people are going to play. It's mostly going to be adults.
Well, okay. Like, yes, Fortnite is an M-rated game, or at least I believe so. But let's be honest, 90%, a lot of people that play Fortnite are kids. Like, it's...
Oh no, it says rated for E for everybody, so it is for everybody.
Why?
So it also... It's
why is Fortnite rated E of all things?
You know what's even more funny? The
What?
parental control for PlayStation considered level 5. And yet it's rated E for everybody.
Yeah, so the parental control is correct there because it has you shoot people. Like, don't get me wrong, yes, I know Call of Duty was basically daycare simulator for the longest time.
But we should never put kids playing Call of Duty if
It was
we
just-
put them in daycare.
It was just that they had... Like, most parents ended up, or, well, fathers, I guess, would end up playing Call of Duty, and then they would need something to keep their kids entertained, so they'd be like, alright, you know what, I'm just gonna let them run around on Call of Duty, it's whatever. Unfortunately,
Man,
it became so popular that, it ended up becoming synonymous with the game.
I have a kid. If I do, I'm just gonna make them play every JRPG game I have. I'm like, here, have fun. Go cry at a scene.
Yeah.
Let them get the drama. They'll learn everything.
Yeah.
Baby first SMT.
There's actually a child version of SMT for one of the...
Are you talking about Demi kids?
Yes.
I knew what you're gonna say. Yes, I actually have both light and dark edition on my GPA.
I don't doubt that.
Emulate. Because I know it's possibly the only SMT game that is translated, and it does a better job trying to be a Pokemon related thing. Because of how Pokemon, like, they split their game off. Like, you get this side that has different side of Virgin exclusive, and the other side, and shit like that. This one here has our own storylines.
Okay, you know why there was originally split Pokemons, right?
It's because they want to make money.
Well, okay. Yes, I can't even deny that one, but it was originally supposed to be for the fact that, one, the Pokedex was too big. So they couldn't, they didn't have enough battle spots to actually get, like, make it so you could get all the Pokemon. But it was also supposed to be so that way siblings would have to work together to catch all of the Pokemon. They couldn't just be like, hey, I caught all of them and rub it in their sibling's face. If they wanted several of them, they had to actually work with their, like, brother or sister or whatever.
I think the number, how they split off, it's like at least under 20.
Yeah, but that's still 20 you wouldn't have.
Nowadays, with the internet, we can just do Wonder Trade and just get lucky enough to get somebody who's...
Well, yeah, but also in modern Pokemon, half the Pokedex is missing.
We don't talk about half of the Pokedex. They just don't do it because they're lazy.
Yeah, of course.
They are not going to give us... Oh, 9... Well, now it's 1,000.
It went from gotta catch them all to gotta catch all of them that Nintendo decided to actually put in the game.
I hated the part of Sword and Shield with our DLC. Like, oh wait, we just got literally half of the Pokedex. What? You want more? Okay, buy our DLC.
Well, I mean, it's a good idea on their part.
No, it's not. Why got half of it and put 1/4 of it back in just because they want DLC?
Okay, Nintendo works off of nostalgia. So if you were nostalgic for one of the Pokemon that got cut, you're going to buy the DLC just for the sake of having it back.
You say that, and yet they will never preserve any of their games. They cut everything.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're like, they sell out nostalgia, but they also don't want you to remember how good the past games were. They want you to have fond memories and throw money at them because of it. That's why every single NES game has pretty much been sold on every single console generation. I'm actually Well, I was about to say, I'm surprised that with the Switch Online, they didn't charge you extra for the games, but they did. It's called the Switch Online.
Mm-hmm. You know, I would pay the subscription for Nintendo almost every year. I had, but I didn't. I failed to pay this year, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I feel like this one here, it's affordable. $20 a year. It's not bad for basic one, right? It's not bad. I can play what basic one. I can play Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy Color. I'm fine with that. If I really wanted to pay extra more, which is almost close to like PlayStation level, sure, I wouldn't mind playing Sega Genesis and Nintendo 64 and
But that's how they get you.
I know, that's how they get you if you want to pay more.
Yeah. But, like, these games should have just been free. They're now so old that like, they should have just been available for free on the Switch. The entire NES catalog. But no, they decided instead of charging you directly for them this time, they were gonna charge you a subscription service.
You know, there's another thing I still hate for a practice. Having you have to pay a subscription to actually play multiplayer.
Yeah. Well,
I know PC can do it for free. I know that for sure. I don't need to hear it.
oh, I know, but I was gonna say it's because you're gonna pay the price. Like,
Yeah, again, $20 for Nintendo. I barely have a lot of multiplayer games on my Switch. I think like maybe like 3, 2. Like actually, I can play online. The rest of them, you don't know, and the other rest of them, it's already being paid by the other companies to let everybody play for free, so they don't have to worry about buying a subscription for free.
yeah. If anything,
Warframe take one.
If anything, yes, online should be free for all platforms. However, like, online multiplayer is such a big thing that they know people are going to pay for it.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And it's not like you can go through another service to play games online for free.
Yeah.
Like, PC, it wouldn't work, just advanced subscription. What? No.
What the hell?
I mean, we were talking about a different kind of fucked over, if that's what you mean.
No. We're talking about the one that takes your money away because you want to play online.
Yeah. No, I
You want to pay your.
Yeah, no, we're not talking about the one where you pay a subscription and then you get nudes. We're talking about the one where you pay a subscription and you get old games that you probably already have on different platforms. I am playing like shit.
You're fine. You got this.
No, take money, OnlyFans. I probably don't have this. Like, let's be honest.
Oh boy, hold on.
Like, this is probably as far as I'm going to get in this playthrough. We're just hitting the point where I'm just not playing good enough to actually get through these. This one's missing. Because I didn't ever kill Guardians. Like...
Oh, hold on, my mom's having a problem. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Right. Yeah, like... This one's missing because I didn't ever kill Propane Guardians, but like... This is honestly probably as far as this playthrough's going to get. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any further. Like, it sucks, and I would prefer being able to beat the entire thing, but like... I just don't think there's a way I do. It's a shame because I love this game and would love to keep playing it, but like at this point, what else am I supposed to do? Celebration isn't working, and I still don't know why. Hold on. This will not destroy tiles. Okay. It is working now. But if I put it in the endless box, it breaks. I don't know. It was working last time I played it. But there's just, like, nothing else I can do at this point to get, like, better gear. Let me actually check guide setup as well. Recommend Celebration Mark II. Like, yeah, I don't know what else. I mean, I guess I could take the Prideful Hunter's gun, because I know I can craft that, and it does recommend it. Starfleet, which is a rocket launcher, I believe. Yeah, so I could do Starfleet, I could do Pride Hunters. Guess I'll try it out. Clockwork Bow. Whenever a ticker talks. Okay. Sure, I'll make all of those and see if any of them are good. Like, my accessories are good, I don't know if there's any weapons I can do at this point that I need. So, was this? Huh, that might be good. See what kind of DPS it's outputting. Got to. Oh, I put the DPS meter away, whoops.
I am back with bread.
Oh, nice. Let's try this again. Only 2,000. Oh, and then, I mean, I guess it has annoying, which is kind of terrible. But I also...
I have now learned...
Nothing. Continue.
I have now learned that the game I had not got, Arise, can be streamed.
Oh, nice.
So I don't have to worry about not having to not stream a game, because I was hoping the other Tales game I had gotten would be able to be streamed, but they said no. Oh, let's see what else. I should finish up the other game first, though. It is going to be a personal playthrough.
Alright. Alright. Trying to see. The Clockwork Bow was gears, and then I also needed, whatever the Starfleet needs. That is Superstar. Star Cannon and Hollowed Bars. I can at least craft the Star Cannon. Okay, so I need Hollowed Bars, so we're gonna just destroy mech bosses real quick to test out this weapon. I need an unlimited, like, standard musket pouch. Ammo. Availables. Oh, what is it called? Bottomless? Oh, endless. So it needs to be normal musket ball, so it recommends tungsten. Which does what? Oh, and I actually already have a tungsten. Okay, so we'll got the ammo. I mean, it's putting some pretty good DPS. I didn't make the Starfleet because I needed Hollow. Okay, so we're gonna try this out on mech bosses. I think just Destroyer is gonna be what I go with, just because I need the extra Hollowed. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just keep throwing myself at this boss, see if I can actually get through it. Doesn't seem to shock bosses, which kind of sucks. Because I think there's a buff tied to this weapon that I need to actually shock bosses for. Or shock enemies.
I actually do play my Tale of Varizia game. I gotta check that my resin for Genshin is over, so I can actually do things.
Oh, I see.
Yes, before I play a JRPG, I gotta play the gacha RPG.
Yep, of course.
Gotta
When
grind.
Zenless is supposed to be coming out, by the way?
Who?
Zenless? Is the game?
It should be coming out this year, but you know what's coming out recently right now soon? Withering.
What is?
Withering Wave.
Oh, alright. Well, I got 33 hollow bars. That should keep me going for a little bit.
And I think that game's supposed to actually compete against Genshin. And Withering Wave is made by the same company who made Punishing Grave Raven.
Oh, okay.
And I know Punishing Grave Raven, I do like it. I want to go back into it, but I can't because Star World take too much. 21 gigabytes on my phone, can you believe it?
Yeah.
If I actually have another means to play Star World that isn't on my phone, I would have definitely have reinstalled Withering Wave, Star World, not Star World, I already have it, Punishing Grave Raven, and probably Nikke.
Alright. I mean, I've been
Because
meaning to actually check out, what you call it, Star Rail. I've heard good things about it, but it just seems like a little too hands-off for my liking.
Well, let's put it my way. I like RPGs. You like RPGs. I prefer old-based, turn-based, because
Yeah.
Because my first turn-based game, actually, if we're not talking about Pokemon, would be Final Fantasy IV.
I mean,
That
the
actually,
kind of RPGs I like, though, are more the, I'm gonna run in, like, one man versus an entire army and just get super overpowered.
you were certainly an SMT fan, were you?
I actually didn't discover SMT until later in life, actually.
You know, same here. I didn't even discover SMT until I started playing Persona. I got into all the other. I keep saying this every time to either to you or Infinite. I started with Persona 5. I look back into the series like, oh, Persona 4, Persona 3, Persona 2. Then I realized, okay, what else did this game company made, right? Atlas. I want to know more what Atlas made. Realized there was SMT 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. All the other ones, and then you have like spread out. I'm like, okay, I get 3 and 4, and then I would get 5 later.
Yeah. I heard a lot about SMT5 growing up. It wasn't until... Where's the Infinite Star Pouch?
And
But, so, for the longest time, I didn't play any of the games. Like, I heard about them, don't get me wrong, but they were never something that I was, like, really interested in. It wasn't until I had a problem where I wasn't able to go online very much, so I needed to find a way to actually get,
pass the time.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, I need a lot. But yeah, I needed a game that would hold my attention long enough for me to actually get through it until we could get, like, proper internet and I could play online again. So, I saw Persona 4 and thought, like, hey, it's like $20, it's a RPG, I know it's long, we'll do this for the time being and hope for the best. Ended up playing, quite possibly, like, 100, or I think my first Persona playthrough was like 80 hours long.
Same here. It capped my attention as well.
Yeah.
During that time around, I think it was like, I think it has to be either 2019 or, it had to be 2019. This was like when I didn't really have PlayStation Plus. I couldn't really just join my friends every time they wanted to because we were playing Destiny and all that. I just kind of fell out of Destiny because, like, I didn't have Plus, right? I went to the GameStop, pick up a training card, like, you know what, this is fine, I'll do it. And I think, like, around searching around for games on sale, I realized there was this game called Persona 5, the base one. It was going for like think it was going for like $15 or $11, one of the two. Probably 15, most likely. Picked it up, and I literally have not talked to my friends for almost a month's time because
Nice.
the game. I never played an RPG that caught my attention with visual styles.
Yeah.
And I was
No, sorry.
no, seriously, the music, the visual style, the gameplay. Well, I knew turn-based at that time, but like I didn't know turn-based was like this good. Like I didn't think like doing a weakness gives me an extra turn, or
Yeah.
I can pass it on to my allies.
Oh yeah, press turn is probably one of the best turn-based systems, like, in gaming, let's be honest.
Press turn doesn't exist in Persona. It's just like you get an extra turn and you just give it to the baton pass to another one. Like here you go, continue doing the attack, but
Yeah.
stronger.
I mean, yeah, like, don't get me wrong, like, that version is great, but I'm just saying, though, like, press turn is probably the better version of those.
Oh yeah, because you get not only it still goes down the list, and if you get all 4 press turn correctly, you can do a total of 8 turns of dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah. It also adds strategy of, do you want to use a full turn, like, healing or buffing, or do you want to try and get that half turn going? Because it's not always going to... that half turn isn't always going to be passed to whoever you want it to. So you could end up in a scenario where it's better to just heal on the first demon than trying to get another press turn to have it go to someone who's not going to be able to capitalize on it.
Right. And I actually do like that system more too. It gives more strategy how you have to handle the battle.
Yep.
Still don't like the fact that your character is possibly the only character you have to worry about, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, But yeah, so I loved it. I bought it originally on the PS3 through like the digital store. And I played this like non-stop for like several days straight.
Oh, you played the original Persona 4. Okay.
Yeah. I never owned Golden, even though I had a Vita, I barely used it.
Right, now I get you. Like, you played the original one.
Yeah.
I heard Chie voice actor was different from that game.
Yeah.
She sounded deep. I think the one currently is higher pitch, but no, the other one was deep.
Yeah. To be fair, I think the deeper like voice did kind of help with the character a little bit, because that's kind of like part of Chie's character. Which, funny enough, that is actually the first character I went with as the love interest.
Romance option?
Yep.
I went with Yukiko.
Yeah, I saw Chie and I'm like, yep, nope, this is the one I'm going with.
Nah, I just went with Yukiko. She's too goofy, and I don't like that.
Yeah. And then it was so good that my mom, like, as soon as I beat the game, ordered me a copy of Persona 5 from my PS4.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. And then I played through the entirety of Persona 4, which took a little over 100 hours. Like, I think it was getting close to 110. But yeah, I then marathoned that game. And yet, I still haven't beaten Persona 3. And then, who I went as the romance option in Persona 5 was Haru.
Oh, that's an interesting one. That takes a while, though, but that's an interesting one.
Yeah. I guess there was a few people I was considering, but I hadn't made, like, a concrete, like, decision yet until I got to Haru, and then I decided to go with her. I wanted to go with Kawakami at first, but I unfortunately fucked up her social link and was going too slow, so I couldn't actually do it.
Oh, you're going for the teacher maid? Oh, that's actually...
Oh, all of my future playthroughs after that, I always do Kawakami, because I'd use some kind of guide to make sure I actually can do all the stuff.
I think it was like by force of nature. I just always whenever if I happen to, out of all the playthroughs I did of Persona 5, at least it was like, I think like 2 for right now. The third one was just me playing Royal still, but if still the same way, it's gonna end up being with Makoto.
Fair enough. I understand that she's a very popular option, so I don't blame you.
think I
that's just
still
a
have
little
yet
bit
to
of steam
finish.
bunker.
I still have yet to finish Persona 4, going in despite playing a good amount about it.
Fair enough.
However, I do know both endings of the game, so like, spoil, but not like, oh no, you know. I get the story, like I understand how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, with the Persona 4 and Persona 5 thing, I didn't do the true ending for my first Persona 4 ending. I got the good ending.
Oh,
So,
you just like you didn't care about who you didn't care about. Did you look everywhere for the last one? Nah.
yeah. As soon as it gave me the option to go home, I was like, I'm kind of done with this game, so I'm not going to do it. The thing is, I also brute forced my way through the Adachi dungeon, so I was absolutely way too under-leveled to take it on. I even reverted a save, like, to see if I could actually take on the final dungeon, and I couldn't get through, like, even a single encounter.
Eesh.
Yeah, no, I was way too under-leveled. There was no way I was actually going to do it. But with Persona 5, though, I did take more time, and I did actually do the true ending. Mostly because the true ending was also a lot easier to find, so it was just easier to get it done.
It has to involve the last act of the Justice Arcana, where you had to choose the right words, the right choices, and then boom, you're fine.
I believe I did look up to see what the requirements were, because I knew that, that you had to do specific... Okay, I say my first ending was the good ending in Persona 4. Technically, I got the good side of the bad ending the first time, where you don't throw the guy into the TV even though you think he still did it.
Oh, that ending. Like, you accepted him as the killer, you didn't think there was more to it.
Yeah. And I actually had to look it up. I had to revert a save and then look it up how to actually get the game to progress from there. So I was already familiar with the fact that I was probably going to have to look something up to make sure I didn't screw up the ending. But, Oh, jeez, why do you... Oh, yeah, that's right. You do a lot of damage because you take a while to charge up.
Then... You know, I think a lot of people would have missed out the actual true ending for Persona 4.
Yeah.
If they didn't... Because, like, it's just so easy to miss. Like, are you sure you want to go home? Like, and then you have to randomly think, wait, do I want to go talk to the very first person who I met?
Yeah.
Because,
Granted,
like,
a
that's
lot of
just
people
like...
might not even think about that. They might think it was Dojima, since he is literally the first person who talks to you in the game.
Yeah, they really did say that, but like, no, they had to be very cryptic, like the very first person you met in the city, like the only person you actually had talked to, and that's like, you have to think like carefully, like, who the heck did I talk to? And like, and then they had to click their mind, like, oh, that guy,
Okay.
the weird guy.
Yeah. The thing is, if the game wasn't 80 hours long, they do give you a slight hint at the start of the game. When you start the game, and you talk to Izanami and then shake hands with them, afterwards you get a headache, and Nanako asks if you're okay. Technically, that would be a hint as to their true identity, but the fact of the matter is that no one remembers that because it was 80 hours ago.
Yeah, they won't remember, like, literally the first time playing it, day one. They won't remember that small detail.
Yeah. So if the game was shorter, yes, it does give you an actual hint of who you're supposed to be, like, talking to there. But as I stated, like, the game's too long for that to actually work. Alright.
Let's see what, I was... Persona 3, how to get the true ending isn't really that much hard either.
Well, yeah, you basically had to... It basically asked you if you wanted to give up or not, and you just had to keep saying no. Like, that one was incredibly simple.
Yeah, no, like, you sure you want to kill him? Like, nah, I'm good. I want to go after Nyx.
Yeah.
That's literally simple. Like the guy, like, are you sure? And then he shows his form. Like, are you really, really sure? He's like, he was really hoping
Yeah.
that you take the good the sensible option, I guess you can call it, to to delay the inevitability until it happens.
But
Like,
no,
then
like,
you're like, nah.
yeah, that one was a very binary choice. There was a moment in Persona 5 where you were already on the true ending track, but then you could also there was also another binary ending there that was like, are you sure you want to continue down this route? Where Igor asks you if you want your memory wiped or if you want to keep going. Or it wasn't Igor, it was Yaldabaoth, but he was still pretending to be Igor.
Yeah, no, he was basically asking you, I forget everything, continue going as you were, or go fight me or some shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah. And then for Royal Case, it's the same thing after doing the, because like there's like what, 1, 2, 3? Because like the third one literally happened at the last day with Maruki.
Yeah. I actually, unfortunately, haven't gotten to that one. I still do need to play Royal. So, do keep spoilers light if you can.
Alright.
I already know that it's Maruki, though, so.
Right. I'll just leave it as is. I'll just tell you that there is going to be a third option. Like, are you sure you want to do this type of ending?
Okay. The reason I know it's Maruki is because of the fact that they hint at this in the actual game itself. Counselor isn't a real Arcana. It's the same with Adachi.
Wait, really?
Yeah, Counselor isn't a real Arcana.
I played this game, what, 2020 or 20? Yeah, no, was it 2020 or 2020? Well, either way, I played this game. I didn't think Counselor was an actual Arcana. But...
Yeah. Okay. They did the same thing with Adachi, so I kind of knew what to expect, even though Adachi...
What was Adachi?
Okay, so Adachi's actually changes a few times as you go through the game, which was the big hint. He starts as Joker, which is a real Arcana, but only from the very first version of the Arcanas. And then he changes to... I can't remember what he changes to, but then it's, like, not a real one. He changes to another one that's not a real one, and then at the end it reveals he's the reverse fool.
What the fuck? I get they might have made it more obvious since it was the Golden re-release.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like I said, it wasn't that big a deal that it was obvious that, like, who was part of the hidden ending. Because these were re-releases, it's not like they spoiled any of the major plot points from the original. But usually you can tell because they will represent Arcanas that aren't actually real things. So there's probably going to be like an NPC when they re-release the Persona 6, because they're going to do it, they always do. There's probably going to be some NPC that has like some kind of random Arcana that's not an actual Arcana. I knocked over my water can.
No, you're fine. Nah, it's too early for Persona 6. Just wait until Persona 5, the Persona 5X to come out.
Yeah. Which, I mean, they are milking fuck out of Persona 5.
They did it for 4, and they're probably going to do it again for 3 since Reloaded.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't as egregious for 4. They had, what, the fighting game, the dancing game, and that was it. Meanwhile,
I really did thought that Persona 4 was like the highly milked one.
No, there was an anime, there was the dancing game, and then there was the fighting game. That was it. And then they had the Golden re-release, of course. Persona 5 is when the milking really started happening. That had the fighting, or not the fighting game, it had a dancing game, it had the, like, Dynasty Warrior spin-off, it has the Tactica.
Don't forget about Q.
Yeah, Q. I mean, Q was actually a milking of the entire franchise. That one doesn't even really count. Well, that has, because originally that was only 3 and 4. 5 only got introduced in the second game.
Yeah, and like, sadly enough, that would be the last game that ever been produced on a cartridge.
Yep.
Not an English re-release, just a translated with the full Japanese dub.
Yep. Because it was
Which is not
the last game on a dying system.
You know what's even funny?
What?
Even after it, I remember seeing this. You know, even though there'll be no more main releases of any game for the 3DS, you know what came after it?
What?
A bunch of shovelwares.
Yep.
A bunch of shovelware that was going for like exact amount, but with tax obviously, but exact amount going under like $2 to $4 to $5 shovelwares.
Yep.
And they're not even like good shovelware; they're like bad. like they're
Like I said,
was a good shovelware.
the 3DS at that point was a dying console. No one cared anymore.
Yeah, and it's surprising that Nintendo allowed the shovelwares to be in there, thinking they will actually prosper.
I mean, to be fair, you say that Nintendo would stop the shovelware. Like, the Wii is notorious for being the shovelware console.
Oh no, I know the Wii was.
Like, they've
mostly
only
shovelware.
recently cleaned that up, even a little bit.
Nah, there's still gonna be shovelwares. There's still some in the Wii U, there's some 3DS, and there's most likely a lot more on the Nintendo Switch.
Yep. But, like, people want to complain about shovelware, like, on Steam. Like, that's the big one I see a lot of people complain about. But the thing is that at least Steam gives options to indie developers to actually publish their game on the platform. Like, yeah, it opened the floodgates, but I'd rather the floodgates be opened and it being a Wild West of things being terrible than it being a curated platforms and the game still being terrible. And that's really what it boils down to me, is the fact that, like, yeah, some of the games on the Switch or some of the games on Steam are terrible. But it's a Wild West kind of terrible, where sometimes, like, hidden gems that would have never been accepted get through. Like, things like Cruelty Squad that look terrible and would have probably been rejected at the first sight if it wasn't for the fact that Steam lets a lot more things through.
You wanna play a weird gem? Go play the Bible RPG.
Yeah.
No, you actually play Jesus Christ in an RPG sense.
Doubt that.
They got multiple games where you actually either play Jesus or Mary,
Set my spawn point here.
which is so weird to me, but it's funny to think that you can actually play an RPG version of the Bible, and you have to think, okay, what can I use for a game manual? You pull up the Bible.
Yeah. It's funny, like, okay, I don't talk about this much because it can be a point of contention, but being religious myself, it's kind of funny watching everyone trying to make these, like, super religious games being, like, complete sacrilege.
What's your take on The Binding of Isaac, actually?
I can see Edmund, like, it's one of those things that some people will use the faith to hurt others, and it's interesting to see someone's interpretation of that. It's really a side of it that should be discussed more, but he clearly has no animosity to people who are faithful. It's clearly that it was the person that was using the faith incorrectly. It's more of a saying of this person who was religious was bad, not that this people who are religious are bad, basically.
Right.
So I don't have any problem with Binding of Isaac, because, like I said, it's based off of his personal experience. And there are people like that, and I consider that to be one of the worst things you can do, is using faith to attack other people. But I'm going to stop there because that can be a big point of contention, so...
But as a gameplay, do you like how it's just a rogue like The Legend of Zelda?
Oh yeah, I absolutely love Binding of Isaac.
Speaking of a roguelike, I've been enjoying playing Hades since Infinite's been playing it as well, and he had played Hades 2.
Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, it was on
so
sale
I
for a
had-
while. I was gonna pick it up, but by the time I thought about it, it was already off sale. So
I got on sale too a while ago.
Yep.
It was. I picked it up. I knew it was gonna be good. Like I knew it was gonna be a roguelike. Picked it up, play a couple of rounds, put it down for a bit, come back to it later. Then came back to it later. Realized everybody playing Hades. Like 1 week in a couple weeks ago, maybe like a week and a half. I see everybody playing like Hades this, Hades that. I'm like, damn. I gotta go pick up. I gotta go back to Hades.
Yep.
Check in my system if I still have it installed. And I'm like, oh, there it is. Their Hades still installed.
Dan's actually been playing a lot of it. He was playing during my last stream yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. While you're playing Terraria, I'm gonna have to figure out what the heck I'm gonna use all my resin. As I'm almost close finishing up this character.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I had picked up what is a white hair our character, and I'm gonna save my primos for a possible rerun.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. The next update though will probably be the last one for the 4.0 era.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we're getting close to the 1 year another anniversary, so it's gonna most likely going to be the next region. You remember how you travel all over just to get to Fontaine
Yeah.
for Farina? Now you're gonna do all over that again, and since you have the area unlocked at Fontaine, you're gonna have to do the same thing just to get to the next area, which is Netland,
Oh, see.
which
Also,
is most likely either.
so that was my best attempt so far, and like, I still couldn't get it. All right, continue.
I don't know if it's gonna be a desert like the one you passed, or like maybe like rocky volcano, maybe desert. I don't know.
I mean, the
Oh,
thing about Fontaine is the architecture to it was very like Greek/Roman in my eyes.
I
So-
can see what you mean. It's supposed to represent France, but I guess it could be represent the whole entirety of Europe.
Fair enough. I guess I should take a deeper look at that. Maybe I missed it a little. But yeah, no, so I always
There's like a lot of
wondered, like, one of the common things is like Roman architecture, but like with aqueducts that like carry lava instead.
Mhm.
So I was thinking for an art project, like as a 3D modeling kind of thing, try and make like a lava fontaine.
Ooh. And if I think now, since you're talking like geographically, how these areas represent their one-to-one like real life comparisons, like saying Samara's supposed to represent India, while the other half of it it's like the desert of Egypt.
Yeah.
Like that's an interesting. Like you have one area that exclusively going to be forest. Like India have a lot of forest, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it does. And then you say, let's say like, and then you have updated the game further just to have this new area, which is the desert. And you have a pyramid, and that's clearly Egypt. Like,
Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't
And
have to be one-to-one, like, of what you're trying to reference. It could also be a combination of references.
it's obvious that Leeway is just gonna be China. Inazuma is obviously Japan.
I expect the China area to be like one with the most detail and the most accurate. And Toyo is a
right.
Chinese company.
Well, I'll tell you this. Almost every January to February will always be the event of Chinese New Year's. And there's going to be a Chinese New Year almost every time. Genshin. Always going to revolve around Leeway.
Yep. Well, that's because the company itself celebrates it, so it makes sense.
Yeah, if we're trying to do it, so well in this game.
Yep. It's still nice to to see like real world holidays, even if they don't make sense, be represented in game.
instead of calling it the Chinese New Year's in Genshin, they call it Lantern Rite.
Well, yeah, because China doesn't exist.
Right, I'm just saying that in China we have New Year's Chinese, and then over here is Lantern Rite, right? I'm just saying, like, they all take place at the same time. It's just not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get what you're trying to say. Like, it's yes, it is a representation of the real holiday, even if it's named something completely different. But
Right,
as far as function, they're basically the exact same.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is, what I'm trying to constrain my brain cells.
No, I understand.
And I guess like the last thing is Mondstadt, which is it says German. It says it's supposed to be Germany, but like
Could be a
What
more
part of it,
rural
Jeff?
Germany.
probably maybe like medieval Germany. Probably. I mean, like there is a castle. Well,
Possibly.
I think castle was more or less like a church.
It's funny, like, when most people think, like, medieval times, they're actually more thinking of areas closer to Germany than they are England, so...
Yeah.
I'm getting really close to beating this thing, but, like,
And then we have these new areas in this game that are like sub zones. They don't really add to anything, they're just like part of the zones.
8,000, holy shit, is that...
Take this one for example, in Japan, in Inazuma, there's this area called Enkanomiya, which is supposed to be underneath the world of Inazuma.
Yeah.
However, I like to poke fun at it. You wanna know why?
Why?
The first teleport you visit to, and the area you unlock, it's called the Serpent's Bowel.
I see.
So what I'm saying is, the only way you get to Enkanomiya, you're going inside of a dead skeleton's butthole.
Yep, sounds about right.
And then over in, let's say, in China, back in Liyue, there's a place called the Chasm, and you go underneath it, there's like the mine. Like you go further down to the mines to... Yeah, it's just a mine. And now recently in Genshin, they now added a new area where you just like, let's just say, what if I want to go even further in the ocean? And there you go even further.
Yeah, I still need to unlock the Japan area. I completely forgot about that. I got, like, the camera that you told me to get, but, like, I never finished that quest.
Camera?
Yeah. There was, like, a quest at the dock that's, like, gave me a camera, and you're like, hey, yeah, you need that to get into Japan.
Oh, that's right. It's like a quest that's kind of like mandatory for some reason.
Yep.
Like here, have this device, take a picture of something, do some more quests, and then have access to go to Japan.
Yep.
Because you know you can't just go crossing Japan with Farina, because apparently the whole place is annexed, and annexed. Like just the thing that Japan did years ago with the Shogun taking over the whole nation,
Yep.
basically just closed the whole country. Now, I don't know if this is actually the real world term, but in Genshin they call this a Doku decree. Now, I don't know if this is actually...
I mean, it's probably
Yeah,
based off of a real thing, so...
No, it is a real thing. It's supposed to represent how the country just locked itself away. And they only allow some people go through the port to deliver supplies and stuff. In Japan, at that time, most of the shogunate took control of the nations because there was no emperor at the time, I guess you can. And they not only took all the weapons away, they also took all the borders. Not the border, but they closed all the borders, and they only allow the Dutch to go through,
Yeah.
supplying them. So not only have samurais with swords, but then you got people with muskets.
I see. Yeah, actually, one of my favorite parts is, like, of Japanese history is Warring Kingdom. Although you're probably saying something that was years after that.
Oh, you mean like the whole nation going and battling each other, taking control of lands?
Yes. You know,
ironically,
that will
enough,
always be my favorite, like, history of Japan.
I suppose that is a pretty good knowledge to learn about Japan. Like every nation was going at each other.
Yeah.
Well, kingdoms, like as you can say, because like there was like so many kingdoms.
Yep.
You know what's funny? There was a side Pokemon game called Pokemon Conquest, and it basically was the Japanese countries going at kingdoms going at each other, but Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
And you know-
very, like, the thing about the Warring Kingdoms is that it's a very, like, good story to base, like, in-game lores off of. Because it's basically a small island breaking off into a bunch of different sections and then fighting for control of the entire thing.
That does sounds cool. In a story lesson, it does sounds cool.
Yeah.
Real life, it didn't sound cool enough because
Oh, of course.
people
Any
were
kind of
dying.
warfare isn't good because it's going to result in a lot of people dying, but...
Yeah.
But if we're talking just strictly video game stories, like, Warring Kingdoms is probably one of the better to actually use as a basis. Especially if you want to like introduce some kind of conflict.
Yeah.
Like just be like, hey, like they're fighting because they all want control of this area. Like that's something that everyone can agree on. Like makes sense regardless of what like party they're a part of. Like yeah, I could see this happening. Like.
Was that Dynasty Warrior or was it something else?
What?
The whole Warring... What was like the most notable game that had the Warring Kingdoms?
I know there was Samurai Warriors, which was a Dynasty Warrior spin-offs. Dynasty Warriors, though, is Chinese. So...
Oh, fuck. You're right. Was there anything else?
Not that I can... I know it's a popular story, so there's probably some that I'm just forgetting.
I guess the only one we had mentioned was Pokemon Conquest, which is the Warring Kingdom of Pokemon, and then your Samurai Warriors.
Yeah, Samurai Warriors is literally Warring Kingdoms. Neo 2 was the one that used the Warring Kingdoms as part of its setting. Where you were actually fighting through it with first on Tokichiro's side and then on Nobunaga's side afterwards.
Speaking of Nobagaga, I think I butchered the name.
Nobunaga?
Nobagana?
Nobunaga.
Nobunaga? Okay,
Yeah.
Nobunaga. In Pokemon actually had a fucking Black Rayquaza.
Oh, I see. Makes sense.
It's funny. Pull out the damn Black Dragon and be like, hey, battle me now.
Yep.
The main character just get fucking Arceus.
Well, I mean, isn't Arceus, like, effectively God in, Pokemon?
Yes. It is the god that was born from an egg.
Oh, I see. So you're literally fighting Black Dragon with God.
Some...
Yep. Alright, sounds about
Let's
right.
do it out. And you tend to forget that you can capture God as a 12-year-old.
Yep.
And God had to listen to what you're saying, no matter what.
Yeah.
Well, who's a good God? You want a puff and cake? What do you want? You heard her. It ain't time for you to eat. No, go. Wait until...
It's almost time for me to end stream and I still haven't beaten this boss.
Damn. We've been yapping for a while and it's almost time for you to head out?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, it's one of those things where I don't have to head out immediately. I'm probably just going to do this, though, because if I keep throwing my head at the wall, I'm going to start getting incredibly frustrated.
Understandable.
Like, Terraria is definitely the embodiment of if I stream for more than 3 hours, I'm going to end up throwing something, so...
You know, I did bought Terraria on the PS4. I doubt I'll be able to play you because, you know, cross-save ain't a thing for PlayStation Terraria. But
I mean,
I do own it.
I mean, playing it even offline is still really nice. Like,
I know. I don't see the drive of playing it by myself. Like, I can see how interesting it can be like anybody else, but...
I mean, you're hanging out when I'm playing the game, so, like, you obviously have some kind of interest in it.
You're right, you got a point there. But it's me playing the game as is.
Yeah,
No.
to be fair, like, you could have just said, like, but you're using mods, so, like, that's not a fair
No, I
comparison.
would... No, I'm not gonna... It's still Terraria, even with or without mods. You're still doing the same gameplay thing, just added with new features.
Kinda, I guess. This
I
is
don't
nowhere
know.
close to normal Terraria, like, the amount of shit I'm doing, but...
Okay, explain to me, what makes this mod Terraria so different than the base one?
You see the shit I'm fighting? This is a complete and utter bullet hell compared to...
the same thing? I'm gonna say, ain't that the same thing you fight in base Terraria instead of like Godric abominations that the developers made? They just have fan made their interpretation of what those fucking mods would be like.
I really should boot up normal mode and just show you, like, what you fight in normal versus Calamity. You know what, maybe I'll do that next time. I'll get like a character ready where I can show you Moonlord and Infernum versus the vanilla game.
Like, isn't the whole point of the original Terraria is like, I don't want to call it 2D Minecraft because everybody's gonna call it that.
Okay, 2D Minecraft is more of a joke, and people usually say that. Yes, they have some baseline similarities, but that's like
Yeah,
calling Call of Duty Military Doom. It doesn't quite work.
ew, why would somebody call it Military Doom?
Because Doom is a popular shooter franchise that came first, and Call of Duty is also a shooter, so...
I thought it was
Hence,
Medal
Call of Duty is
Honor
Military
Call of Duty.
Doom. But yeah, no, like, it's a lot deeper than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Terraria's
saying. Like,
Terraria's a RPG focused on combat and
Right.
like proper preparations, whereas Minecraft is based around building and, you know, crafting.
surviving.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I see a bunch of people talking about, like, if the Terrarian and Steve were to fight, who would win. Like, I see a lot of people trying to be like, oh no, Steve would win. No, he absolutely would not. Like, every
No, I don't-
single thing they bring up could easily be countered by something that the Terraria can do in vanilla.
Yeah, no. I don't think Steve would have a chance because, one, he doesn't have... Let's say he decked out with the current Minecraft as it is, with netherrack armor, netherrack armor with all the buffs, right? The netherrack sword with all the sharpness and all that, right?
Yeah.
He got a shield as well, that's also buff out as well. He ate a golden apple, right?
Yeah.
All that, right? And then he battles what would you say... What would normal Terraria players would have out normally?
Okay,
If
so
a certain build.
are we talking like super end game, like most powerful, or are we talking like what would be fair
End
for
game.
Steve to fight? Okay. What?
End game, because like I mentioned like what end game Steve would have, like I said, netherrack armor and all that.
Okay,
And chapter,
so
right?
I can
That's what I'm
actually
saying,
pull up
endgame.
these items as I'm talking about them because I have a thing that lets me do that. So first off,
Mhm.
for the armor set, we would do the solar flare armor.
Okay, what that does.
So it has a combination. So chestplate has 34 defense, the legs have 20, and the helmet has 24. It gives you a shield that whenever it gets hit will explode up to 3 times and also will increase defense while active. Gives you a shit ton of damage and survivability. So already armor without anything else Steve's beat. But also there is a weapon called the Zenith. Now I can't do this justice, but essentially it is like 8 swords that when you use them will fly forward in like an arc and deal damage and then come back to you. So range-wise, Terrarian already has it. Let's not even factor in the fact that buffs, we have regeneration, which of course regen, an extra 12 defense from Ironskin. I think it's actually supposed to be 8, but I'm playing mods. Endurance, 10% reduced damage, Life Force 20% increased max life, 10% increased critical chance, increased 10% damage, 15% movement speed, and other stuff. Now, that all seems like it's very in favor of the Terrarian, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the most common things is the fact that the Terrarian can fly.
Well, let's see. I know Minecraft added the whole glider thing, but
The
like I don't think
the
it's like
Elytra lets you glide and requires
a firework.
fireworks. Also, you don't get full control of where you go. It'll only send you forward, or like
Right? No,
in gliding
you're
directions.
you're just gliding with it.
Yes. With Terraria, yes, I have a limited time I can do it that resets whenever I touch the ground, but I have full control of where I go to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, if I let go of it, I drop incredibly quickly, like as if normal gravity was affecting me. I also don't take fall damage whenever I let go.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole thing it would boil down to the fact that if they were to fight, all the Terrarian would need would be a pair of wings and some kind of ranged weapon. And they would just win the fight outright, because then Steve wouldn't actually have been able to catch them. His best bet would be arrows, but then again, the Terraria can turn like on a dime, so it's not like you would be able to lead the shots too well. You'd have to do a lot of predicting. Yeah, like I said, I understand why people want to say that Steve could win, because I know he's, as far as people are concerned, he's the more popular character. But if it were come down to a fight at their most powerful, the Terrarian would have absolutely zero issue with Steve. Like, he wouldn't...
Right.
It would be no contest. Yeah, I don't think I can craft the Zenith. Oh yeah, that's right, I can't, because it requires a bar that I can't get a hold of. I was about to show you what the Zenith actually does, but I can't get one. But yeah, so... It's one of those things where, like... Yeah...
I can just see the complex how in detail the Terraria can be.
I know.
Make itself
like,
stand apart instead of trying to be called 2D Minecraft.
Yeah. I mean, okay, to be fair, everyone is like at their most powerful. Well, then Steve in creative mode has infinite health. But the Terrarian in journey mode also has infinite health, so that would just be no contest. Because they're both invincible.
Two gods staring at each other cannot turn our invisibility off.
Yeah. Well, Terrarian can turn it on, but turn it off, but why would they?
I say the same thing with Steve, but just it had to be like a console like a code or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Game mode.
I'm gonna find someone to raid, but the last two things I will say about Steve versus... Oh, your thing isn't up.
It's fine.
There you go.
Hey, look, I'm the cake cat on top. Well, I don't know where I'm at exactly, but I'm somewhere in the screen.
Next to me. All right, let's find someone to raid. But the last two things I will say is, I guess we could raid Kowski. I haven't raided her, like, I don't think ever. So the one thing that's always constantly brought up is the fact that Steve can get a ton of wolves to follow him, and that would deal with the Terrarian, right? No, because it's easy for the Terrarian to hit multiple things. That's actually one of the biggest things of Terraria, is the fact that you can hit multiple targets. So that one's out. And then the other thing is the mace, which is like, oh, Steve could just go upwards and then hit the Terrarian with the mace, except for the fact that the Terrarian wouldn't get hit by the mace because he could fly.
Okay.
But yeah, no.
Also, I just log into your chat and I see who was the one who talked about OnlyFans.
Yep, it's Dragneel. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Be nice to Kowski, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Thank you for coming.
Later.
Thank you for hanging out with me, man.
I'll stay here until you decide to leave.
Yo,
I'm still gonna be working on Genshin still. I got like 80 more residents to go through, and then I'll
Alright.
do my daily, and then move on to the next game until you decide to head out